Senna lane coming in right here. And it's going to be a Senna support. This isn't a common thing anymore. Most people try to run this from ADC and try to do the starving Senna with the tank. Now, we'll have to see what they round out the draft with inside the top lane. What are they going to play into this Aatrox at this point in time? And they're going to go for the Akali. That's something that we have seen him on right there. And they're hovering the Lee Sin. Other side. Room Rek'Sai. So it's very possible that Dancheng is going to be running this Pantheon in the mid lane instead of jungle. It is possible. We'll have to see. Now is it the Xinjiao lock-in? No, it's going to be the Nautilus in the support position, so that means that we can see these move out. Now, is Kakao actually going to be running this Morgana jungle? Morgana jungle did get buffed recently. He does do more damage to these jungle camps, and this could be right here, the jungle Morgana coming out. Interesting draft to see on this one right here. Now, Slugger has been pretty good with this Akali in the past. He has been working it in and doing it very, very interesting. But we do see a bit of scaling coming in from Element Mystic bot lane. If they can get to the point where both of them are going to be popping off. Yeah. It's Morgana. Now, we do see that Nova is currently running 2 heals, so we're seeing a 2 heal bot lane. I forget if it was Seorabeol Gaming last time, we did see a double exhaust bot lane going on, so I don't know if it's intentional or if they're doing some rune setups on it or they're running spellbook, but nonetheless, it's going to be an interesting start to the game. The Morgana jungle for Kakao. Well, to see. We got 4 Prestige Edition skins coming in right here. So, not bad, not bad. But we'll have to see who's going to take in the top lane. Can Slugger carry out on this Akali? Transition it down into other lanes? I do like the amount of split push pressure they do have on the side of Element Mystic. Both solo lanes do have a decent time into these comps. But I digress. We are starting game 1 of Series 50, match 50, game 1. And if Element Mystic lose, that's going to keep Oz's chances for playoffs.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. But anyway.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. We got this under lock. We do see the Morgana jungle for Kakao.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. Yep, he does place the red ward down. He is going for the thing. And it's a spellbook Morgana.
Oh.
So they're gonna be running. Nova did switch at the last minute to the Ignite. We did, so it was double heal for a while. So I was wondering what was up with the graphics, but it might have just been a bug.
Oh my gosh. I love how they're allowed to use emotes now.
I think that's the best part of it, right? You got to be able to use the emotes. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes LPL fun.
Yeah, it was definitely a great addition to, I love how Seorabeol are flashing the, Jenner. Rest in peace.
Wait, who was the one that flashed it? Was it Nova? Oh,
Nova.
They're gonna trade right away. Right on the Shark. Ignite coming down. A lot of damage right there. It's important to mention that Shangyu did start the W, get the movement speed to stay up onto the trade right there. And they're trying to chunk him out of lane very early. Now they know both junglers started topside from their positions.
I love that,
Yeah.
I love that Nova was the one that flashed the Jenner emote, especially because he was on Jenner.
Yeah, I think that was why, right? That
Yeah.
has to be why. Oh, they're going to re-engage right here onto Shark, taking a little bit of damage. Execute trading back as much as he can. Ooh, nice Q, getting Nova on the backside. And we did see ping out Kakao earlier that he could be around his Raptors, but it was a little bit early since he was at the Krugs. Oh. He's fairly healthy. He's actually going for Raptor Cap, but they do see him. They know that he's on his own Raptors.
I wonder if Nova's going to want to flash engage or just engage in general. Does have the angle on Shark. Does he want to take it?
Yep, he's moving up, but Sangyun has to back out. Does have the Senna, I guess, call it like the passive that's going to steal the ghost from him. He is susceptible to that. Gangpan coming up on the side right here. Dangchun playing a bit forward. If he goes to try to harass this and tries to get this cannon minion, they could potentially get a kill on him. No, E in right there. And now Pillar knocks him back. He is going to have to use his E to negate a lot of the damage. Not a sunburn, but a nice distraction for them.
And Slugger's honestly having a pretty easy time in this top lane. Did it also go for the potential gank here?
We do see it. He is going to be spotted on the ward if they come up, so they know he's here. Gangnam's coming up on the side right there, flashing.
Here comes Gangnam.
Could be a flash. Oh, Pillar knocks him back. TP coming down. Scarlet's roaming right here. Nova is getting him up. Down to stunning up Execute right there. First blood for the Morgana. Q barely misses. Scarlet has to get out.
It's so BM that teams have the Jin hair emote. It's the most BM thing I've ever seen.
I mean, it's beautiful because they just got eliminated from playoffs. Or not playoffs, but yeah, they did get eliminated from playoffs. But
I think they took it because, like, I think they want to show that, like, they're on Jin Air's side, trying to get them qualified into playoffs by forcing EM to lose here. But the thing is, Jin Air can't make playoffs now, so maybe, maybe not quite the intention they're going for. But taking a look at the replay here, really good play by Nova, getting in position for the hook there. Good job by Shark eating away, but then. Look here, Gangnam comes in for the re-engage, but unfortunately Teleport does come through, and they probably shouldn't have extended that far into that one, and they do pay the price for it. Danchung coming down and matching the Scarlet roam, and they do get a kill.
And this is all stemmed from that early level 1 all-in to burn the heal of Shark.
You see on top here. Oh, that's a lot. Slugger is having a really good time in this top lane right now. Oh, well, look at this. They're pinging that they want to go on to the crab. They're not going to be able to make it, though. That's the thing about Morgana, is that she very easily takes the Scuttle Crab and very quickly does so.
Yep, you do level your skills similarly to playing solo lane Morgana, where you're maxing that pool, and on top of having all that health regen and passive spell vamp on her, she's going to stay pretty healthy in the jungle now that she has those buffs. Look, she's taking like no damage.
Let's see here. Now, I do want to ask you something. With the Akali going Conqueror, do you think that she'll be able to scale along with this Aatrox, or do you think Aatrox is going to outscale her? Maybe do you think Akali's going to outscale the... Oh, I'm going to pause what I'm saying.
No, hook right here. Shark does have to eat it away at the end, but not enough damage coming out. Execute is trading a lot back. Gangnam could be coming up for a lane gank, but we do see Cacao roaming on the side right here. He is a level up.
Oh, they're going to find Gangnam.
Look at the CS discrepancy on this side right here.
We do see... Oh, back to the bot lane.
No, but we do see Morgana Black Shield stopping anything from coming out. That pillar's not going to do anything. Got a Black Shield on.
No. Something I did want to talk about is that Slugger did just lose a trade in the top lane that forced him to recall.
Yep, he did try to go a little too far. He did take a couple of tower shots, and in the end, they're both keeping back the lane.
I see a fight here.
Well, it's very possible. We do see the Hex Drinker. Nova's just Danchung. Danchung coming up on the side right here. W already used, so they can dive this under tower. Danchung coming up on the side right here. Slugger goes all the way on the Thal, has to ult backwards. Flashes all E. Are you going to E back in? No. Danchung's going to get the kill in the end. 2 kills coming outside. We see a fight coming in the backside. Nova being pushed back right there. Is he going to be slowed down enough? Gangnam trying to get the pillar. Pillar on to Sungyun. TP coming in, forcing Sungyun's flash. Cacao's coming in. He does have the spellbook. Keep in mind, he does have the ultimate. Are they going to try to push this in? Or are they going to try to rotate? We'll have to see. Overall, this is a pretty nice start for Seorabeol Gaming.
It's a very good start for them indeed. They want to definitely get ahead early. It's definitely what their comp calls for, is winning this early game so that they can transition pretty healthily into the mid to late. We see the replay of the fight here. Slugger played it to the best that he could, but unfortunately the Pantheon, it's very hard to counterplay a gank positioning like that. Almost got away, but unfortunately taken down by Danchung there. If he had a little bit more health, maybe could have found the outplay, but we do see Kakao doing this dragon, and no one even close to being able to contesting it, so we'll go over to Seorabeol Gaming, as they're going to pick up the Infernal, and the next one's going to be the Ocean.
Yeah, does get his health back from eating the honey fruit in the end too. Now, something really interesting about this right here. This Morgana was also a known counterpick to the LeBlanc. A lot of people like to play into it a long time ago. So having it in the jungle position as well as a roaming mid laner as a Pantheon allows you to still trade well into that mid lane and have just enough wave clear to keep the LeBlanc stationary.
It's definitely going to be a very difficult time for Scarlet as this game progresses. A lot of counters for the side of Seorabeol for the LeBlanc, and she has to be careful about when she goes in to try to get a pick or try to get trades or try to do poke. So Scarlet definitely going to have a very tough job for this game. Ooh, Seorabeol might fight this. Oh, they're going to go top lane.
Yep, Danchung roaming up onto Slugger. He is in the shroud right now. Is going to have to come out right here, but nice pulling on the trigger right there. He barely gets out. Gangnam gets slowed by the smite, and here comes the ultimate from Morgana. He's going to get bound up by the chains. A lot of damage onto a flash over the wall from Danchung. He's going to get another kill over to the Tall, as they're all not hitting true in the end, and they're just going to zone off Scarlet. Scarlet forced to distortion away. And this is going to be Rift Herald for Seorabeol Gaming.
Yep, this game is going very poorly for Elma Mystic so far. That's to be expected though. Seorabeol, one of the top teams in the league, and Elma Mystic right now fighting for that last playoff speed. So very visibly a difference between these two teams. So not at all surprised to see Seorabeol Gaming win the early game here. However, the game's certainly not over.
Oh, most definitely not. We'll have to see when the Akali actually comes online at that one item power spike. Well, let's watch this fight again right here. Now we see Rift Herald being started up by Gangnam right here. Meanwhile, Slugger was trading on the Thal. Thal decides to engage knowing he has support. Coming out there, Danchung just stuns him up, and we have the ultimate from Kakao to kind of stop him, even if they came in at the end. Does hit a binding over the wall blind. Not really blind. I would say the direction of his ult kind of gave it away. Yeah. But he could have moved from it, so it's still technically a blind skill shot, but he did have a little bit of guidance on it.
And to be fair, the Morgana hitbox for the Dark Binding is pretty large. So yeah, if you know that someone's getting ulted in a general direction, usually you land the Dark Binding. But still an impressive play nonetheless from Kakao, regardless of that.
Yep. Nova clearing out some vision is going to be level 6 very soon. Slugger is just getting beat down after having such a good early game.
Oh my goodness.
Nice ultimate on top of the Misfortune ultimate. Does get stunned up in the end. Does take one tower shot. Are they going to decide to continue this dive? They do have Pantheon ultimate, but he is being preoccupied in the mid lane right now. Kakao coming on the backside. Does have the Rift Herald. Tries to land the Q, but not coming down.
And with Seorabeol winning on red side so far, if they end up winning this game, they'll have the blue side buff next game. And you know what I predicted for this match?
What'd you predict?
Seorabeol 2-0. I saw it coming, baby. This is the big brain right here.
It's looking like right here. Scarlet gonna get knocked up by Danchung. Stunned up. Pushing him back right here. A lot of damage being traded in the end. It's gonna stay in the lane.
To be fair, though, I feel like anybody could have predicted this being a 2-0. Like I said, very different, very tale of two stories when it comes to the standings in the league, and Elma Mystic usually not able to beat the top tier teams like this.
This is interesting. They're trying to clear out the wards. They're trying to clear out the wave as fast as they can, and not use that Rift Herald to get the price to break the tower. Now we do see the TP for LeBlanc. Oh, there. I guess they are going to use the Rift Herald. It's going to be a guaranteed one right here, but are they going to pursue for 2? They do have the man advantage currently at this point in time. Danchung can ult in Execute rather low.
Oh,
He's a little worse for
no.
wear right now. And a binding hits with the EOA all coming in. Morgana's going to get knocked up right there. They're just going to get a Shark on the backside. And that's going to be a second charge going on to Riptail. Meanwhile, we see a fight in the mid lane. Donchun taking a lot of damage. Is going to block with the E, but not enough damage coming back.
Oh my goodness, Kakao.
Diving onto the backside. Execute coming in. And wow. We're just seeing fight after fight all across the map right here. 2 towers in the favor of Seorabeol Gaming. But can Element Mystic trade back enough in the mid lane?
Listen, as a wise man once said, better jungler wins. And that's certainly coming to effect here. Kakao just smurfing on Element Mystic right now with this Morgana jungle. And, you know, with their playoff lives on the line here. Well, they're not eliminated from playoffs if they win this. I mean, if they lose this, but they need to win this to secure their playoffs. And with that on the line, you wonder if Element Mystic are going to shape up now that they realize, wait a minute, Seorabeol are actually really good at this game. Maybe we should start playing a lot safer, a lot smarter. As we look here in the mid lane, Dan Chung just unfortunately getting a little bit too forward, and Scarlet and Gegnama are able to get the kill there. Look at this play though, like a cat flashing forward on the ultimate. Easy kill.
Yeah. Easy kill. He flashed after the ultimate landed just to keep it within flash range. Up execute, forcing his flash out around the same time. Really just smart play from Kakao overall, and it's starting to show off really well. Now.
Oh man, Tall is now out of control from Slugger. That's the thing that I always talk about with the Akali pick, is that you have to get ahead early, otherwise it's a really tough time. What are you doing recalling there?
Oh, Jesus, man. Thaw just moving it on right there. I guess my question is, 10.6 is when these Morgana changes have come in, and we're playing on 10.7 right now. How long have they been sitting on this Morgana pocket pick? Were they saving it for a series like this, or were they just doing this specifically to kind of deny Element Mystic from what they like to do? You know, something that can outpace the Trundle in the early game and not give him any tank stats in the late game.
I think that's a big part of it, is just counterpicking the Trundle jungle. Morgana having a pretty easy time to the Trundle, as expected. Now, I think normally a big point for the Trundle to win this matchup is invading while avoid. Like, if you can avoid Dark Bindings and you invade, you're gonna have a pretty easy time into the Morgana. However, invading is really execute.
Oh. That was some fat fingers right there, man. He's got the jitters.
Even question marking himself.
He had too much hot sex, you know.
Yep, that's no. You know what? Actually, he's drinking Monster instead of Hot Six, and that's what happens. But here comes a teleport.
Coming on the backside, who do we see? It's gonna be Thal coming up, and they're gonna chunk down Donchun before the fight even comes out. Ultimate.
Kakao
gets him in the end. Gangnam is on the backside. Kakao is gonna get beat up by Slugger. Here comes Scarlet coming down the side, and that's where most of their gold is. Nova is gonna have this Oxyshard proc, but nice ultimate coming in from Zangyun is gonna be able to keep him alive. So Gangnam has to back out. Slugger's going all the way in. Oh my gosh, we do see a little bit of live right there, and Slugger is gonna go down. Double kill for Zangyun. Thal's keeping execute in place. Triple kill for Sungyun. Could this be the penta?
2 pentas.
Thal's coming on the side. They're fishing for it. Scarlet's going to come back over the wall. Q does not land true. It's a little late to get another penta. This could be a delayed ace right here. Oh, electrocute procs right there. And very interestingly, he's running rather than going for the Luden's Echo. He is running Hextech GLP to slow him down, kind of keep them out of this right here. Oh, very close. Scarlet is going to put some damage on this Thal. It's going to be forced to W back before the chains.
Thal's going to kill him here.
Yep, Thal's just going to go over the wall. That was really smart play from Thal. Just predicting where he was going to be at the time he was walking back. But we're going to watch this fight one more time.
Yeah, it looked to be really good for Element Mystic so far. I think at one point they should have just backed off and taken, get going while the getting's good. As we see they get 1 kill, and then they get a kill onto Kakao as well. And I think at this point they should have disengaged the fight right here. They should have cut their losses and head for the hills, but they extend the fight, and as a result, Misfortune gets a really good ultimate thanks to the Nautilus ultimate. And from there, the fight is just won by Sangyun, who picks up the triple kill here, and it's just free real estate. Almost gets killed there. But
Ooh, that
unfortunately,
was a real. No, well, unfortunately, we didn't get to see it because of the stream lag a little bit. But at that point, Sang-Yoon did flash it slightly in one direction to dodge out on the chains, which would have killed him from Scarlet. So Sang-Yoon playing that fight really well.
Yep, and now it's pretty favorable lead for Seorabeol. That was certainly the way for Element Mystic to get back in the game, but they just kind of threw that away. 17 minutes into the game already, and it's just seemingly decided. However, something I do want to bring up is that Element Mystic are getting closer and closer with every fight to winning these fights.
Oh yeah, you know, and with a second Rift Herald being picked up for them, they can just drop this mid and open up this map a bit more. Mountain Drake coming up rather soon.
It's going to be about 35 seconds, and they are going to rotate to clear that out. Let's see. We do see Slugger in the top lane split pushing. Doesn't have the teleport, so this is going to be most likely a 4v5 over the Dragon, which is by far does not favor Element Mystic. They're going to reset, though, before it spawns in about 20 seconds, but I think they're just going to plan to hand it over.
Yep. And Mountain Drake, giving away Mountain Soul is not something you want to do with an Akali LeBlanc in your composition, right? Like, more shielding that this enemy team gets, the worse off they're going to be in the end. We do see Sang-Yoon have the overheal. He does get quite a hefty shield. Top of having the Hex Shrinker. Well, let's see what happens in the end on this one right here. And that's a pretty fast Dragon take.
Oh, yeah. It's certainly easy to melt. Whoa, Scarlet, careful. And it's certainly easy to melt whenever you have the misfortune this fed. And the best thing about having a fed ADC is that you're able to just melt down these objectives. And same thing with Morgana, with her being fed, she's able to melt down objectives as well. Now, something I do want to talk about is that Ezreal has opted for the Iceborne, wants to be able to kite out the Aatrox and the Nautilus and the Pantheon, doesn't want to get jumped on.
I mean, if you look at the rest of his team, there's not really going to be anyone trying to PL for him in the end.
Oh, yeah.
It's him versus the world. He has to do it for himself. We do see Slugger waiting in the lurches, but Cow's coming on the side right here. Does go in, but Slugger had no idea people were coming on the side. Can they get a follow-up? Does get out of this. Is he going to go down to Danchun? Danchun does hit him with the spear, slows him down just a little bit. They're just going to continue the chase. Meanwhile, they're going to drop the Rift Herald and take this bot turret. Oh, no. Get locked up right there and moved up. Senna ultimate saving him just in time. Ignite coming through in the end. But that's going to be a tower coming down. Sang-Yoon does get slowed down by Scarlet, but the E misses.
XQ just almost got two-shot by Morgana, by the way, if you guys didn't see that. Got hit with the QW, and it almost killed him. He had to use Q to heal. And barrier, had to pop barrier too, so very close to death there. That Morgana is very, very strong.
Yep. And this Nautilus does have his Gargoyle Stone Plate completed. This Fortune very close to getting her power spike with the Infinity Edge on top of the Essence Reaver as well.
You know what I think? I think it's time to go next.
I don't really. There's not really much of an option in this right here. You'd have to steal the next 4 dragons as Element Mystic.
Yeah.
And when you have 0 priority, 0 towers in any of your lanes, that's just not feasible.
This is definitely a go next fast, I think. Forfeiting also obviously not a very pretty much alien to professional play. But If it was common for teams to forfeit, I would say this would be one of those opportunities. This is where a solo queue game might certainly be forfeiting right now.
Of course, you know, you don't want to waste your time right here, but again, when you have to put everything on the line, this is the first game in the series, this one's going to determine momentum, and, you know, this does affect people in the long term when they are playing more than one game in a day.
And, you know what? I just thought about something else first. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to pause that. Thal's going to just kill Slugger here.
He's going to knock up on Slugger right here. His W is on cooldown. Force to flash out.
No, that was weird. He used E, but, like, it didn't show the animation. He just teleported.
Well, yeah. Just barely. Well, he flashed out first, I think.
Small indie company.
Oh, he.
Might see an engage.
Oh, Kakao hits a binding. But, oh. Preemptive ultimate right there. Now, the reason why the last time it worked was when Kakao hit the binding, it was instantly followed up by a Q from Nova. So it kept the Trundle locked into the point where he was just sitting in the MF ultimate. So it does have a lot of souls over on the side right here. And Kakao is just free to shoot all these Qs out at this point in the game. Now, if you do see, we do see the makings of a Void Staff coming in from Kakao.
Oh, really now?
Yep, we do. He's sitting on Blasting Wand, Amp Tome. So he could be going for as much magic penny as he can early on, and with the rest of the team,
something else he could be building though is Leandries. Or Morello.
That's
oh
true.
No! Oh.
Nah, I doubt it. I really hope it's not a Morello. We don't really need to see it this game, and I think Kakao is a bit smarter than that.
No, he's not.
But
no, he's not.
Yeah. Right. But we could see him go for that Void Staff. If you look, everyone on the other team is pretty much going damage. And with very little MR being taken on the enemy side, besides the Trundle, you're pretty much killing anyone that you hit with the Q. That's just a death sentence at that point. Might as well be playing Thresh in the jungle at that point, right? Come on.
That's a good one. We're gonna see you. Probably, yeah. They're not even gonna contest this. This is the soul going over to Seorabeol. This game is just over. Element Mystic, if you ever see a pro team just blatantly giving up the soul like this, especially one like Mountain Soul, that's when you know they've rolled over.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still gonna fight. They're still gonna take some chances, but you know, with the current composition of the teams and everything that's going on, I don't think that Element Mystic stand a chance in this game one.
Yeah, I think this is, like I said, go next fast, as the wise man Papa Smithy once said.
Yeah. And I think it's really interesting that they picked the LeBlanc knowing that the Morgana was already picked, right? Mm-hmm. Because even if the Morgana did not go into the mid lane or support role, which I think that's what they were thinking, is going to go support. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be landing half your combos onto your targets as LeBlanc if the Morgana's hovering.
Yeah, even though Scarlet's having a pretty decent game at the moment, he's not able to, like you said, not able to get the poke at all because this Morgana Black Shield is just doing so much and counteractive to the LeBlanc poke attempts, and Scarlet really struggling as a result, not able to carry the team.
Yep. And again, I think the saying that it's Scarlet's fault would not be doing this draft any justice or anything. He's doing the best he can at this point, and what the real matchup was the top lane, right? That top lane was on like a needle's edge.
Ooh, can we potentially see
either way?
Steal here? No.
Come on side. Kakao's gonna see it, but we see TP coming up. Thaw is getting the world under. Ult and Execute moving out on the side. Slugger is not. That's not where you want to be, in the middle of the team. Does come back on the side. Sentinel a little too late, not coming out. We do see a knock up onto Execute from Thaw. He is pushing forward, but will he be able to continue for more? Healing reduction being brought in. Kakao having a flash away right there. Pillar knocking back in. Q not gonna reign true, and they're running on the back foot. Baron buff beaten down the door. Scarlet looking for a kill on the backside. He does hit E onto Danshun, but the Black Shield is going to dissuade him from any further harassment.
It's going to be a very important moment of the game. Can Element Mystic be able to defend this Baron buff? Not likely, but if they can, they certainly could. Try to go for the Elder Steal from there and try to steal away this game, but it's really important that they survive this siege. Oh,
and
no.
Gangnam is going to get put up right there. Oh, stopwatch is popped in the end.
Oh, Thaw.
Does dodge along the Thaw coming down the side. Does push in to get the inhibitor, but they're just going to back off after that. Reset, get their gold, maybe steal with this red buff while you have the chance.
Yep, and now the only way. Oh no, no.
Oh, fighting on the side right here, coming up the side. There, Gangnam is gonna have to flash out. Pillar.
Wait, they're gonna extend this?
Gonna flash and run there. Yeah, they're gonna extend this fight. Kakao TP's back in using the spellbook one. Sangyun goes down in the end. 2 kills for Kakao, another kill for Thal. But who's gonna go down? Nova is coming up on the side right there. We do see a trade, Slugger for Danshun, but Scarlet is just delaying this eventual ace. Nova pushing in with the Baron buff. We do see Sangyun trying to go right here, and they're just gonna go for the end. They're gonna ignore mid lane. Thal is just trying to distract Scarlet as much as they can. He's over the wall. Yeah, he knows it's over. Scarlet's just messing with him. He's like, hey, you're not going to kill me, but, you know, you can end this game. And what a dominant performance by Seorabeol.
Yep. Oh, you're not even safe in your own fountain.
Oh my god, that was disgusting. But that just goes to show the power of this Morgana, right? Power of this Morgana, if it gets rolling, if it gets ahead.
Now, so we'll have to be careful. You can get fined for this. Be careful. You can get fined for this. GG. That's
generic green wings.
That's a final. Not a lot of people know that, but that's a finalable offense. Fishing kills from the fountain like that technically counts as delaying the game further than it needs to go, and a lot of teams have gotten in trouble for that. But probably won't be seeing any punishment there. But still, careful, Seorabeol. You're testing your limits there, but really good game from them, nonetheless. Really good job, and really just dominating the early game, and as a result, ELM and Mystic had to play from their heels the entire game, and that's not where they thrive. They thrive from being able to be proactive, and they can't do that after losing the laning phase that early in the game.
No, siree, they cannot. And we did see stuff both from the mid lane and the top lane that needed to get rolling early. Unfortunately, the pathing from Gangnam didn't really do his team any favors. He decided to mirror path that bot lane, allow them to start at the same point, and their bot lane just got beat up in the 2v2 early on. And with both junglers on the same path, they had the same idea, level 3, level 4, gank that bot lane, try to get that bot lane rolling. You know, one is just obviously stronger than the other. And I don't know if it's on ELM and Mystic not recognizing where their win condition lies, where they need to shut down. But in the end, Seorabeol just steamrolling this team.
Yep, and makes you wonder if they want to change their name to Steamrollable.
Steamrollable, right?
So
Steamroll Gaming. Steamroll Gaming. We're going to see this last fight again right here. Gangnam is forced to flash out from the Umbral change and multiple forms of CC being used on him. And we do see Nova also have to flash out from a good Trundle Pillar, but a re-engage from Thal just kind of ends the game then and there.
Yeah, I have no idea really what ELM and Mystic were thinking there. That was a really bad decision to extend the fight there. But we take a look at the my goodness, Kakao's damage.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. I mean, like he had really good build path this game too. Not to mention he got that void stab. Like, come on, that's a disgusting amount of damage to a team that has next to no MR.
Yeah, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be it from us for this game. Will we see Seorabeol pick up the easy 2-0 and wrap up garbage time, or will we see a potential Game 3 forced from ELM and Mystic? We'll find out in just a moment. Stay tuned. We're going to be taking a bit of a break, and we'll be back.
Enjoy your hot 6.
Oh yeah, enjoy your hot 6.
Take 5, hot 6.